Hey there, my friend. Picture this. You're out for a stroll, enjoying the sunshine and minding your own business, when suddenly, bam, some shady character decides you're the perfect target. Not on your watch. Today, I'm sharing with you the 10 best self-defense tools for seniors that pack a punch without making you look like you're heading to a ninja convention. We're talking about everyday items that are simple to use, easy to carry, and might just give you that little bit of confidence you've been missing. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll feel like James Bond's wiser cousin. Gray hair maybe, but still packing serious know-how. Let's get into it. Number 1. Personal safety alarms. Alright friend, let's start with a little gadget that saved more than a few seniors from sticky situations. The humble personal safety alarm. Imagine this, you're walking back to your car after a late dinner with friends, and suddenly you get that creepy, crawly feeling that someone's following you. Instead of fumbling with your phone, you just grab this little alarm off your keychain and bam! Press the button. Suddenly, you're blasting a shrieking, ear-piercing sound that's loud enough to make even the most determined thug think twice. These things are like having your own personal scream machine in your pocket. What I love is how easy they are to use, especially for seniors. No complicated buttons or codes, just a simple pull or push, and the whole street knows something's up. I once chatted with a woman on Reddit who swore that her personal alarm scared off a would-be mugger outside her local grocery store. She said he bolted like a startled cat the second that alarm went off. That's the beauty of these little lifesavers. They attract attention, they're non-violent, and they give you precious seconds to get away. Plus, they're small enough to clip onto your bag or belt loop without making you look like you're gearing up for World War III. Just a simple, smart, hey, I'm not a pushover kind of tool. 2. Stun canes. Now let's talk about the cane with a twist. If you're like me, you probably know a few folks who rely on a cane to get around. And hey, they've earned that badge of wisdom, right? But did you know that canes these days can come with a built-in shocking surprise? Picture this. You're at the park, minding your own business, when someone shady starts getting a little too close for comfort. Instead of looking for an escape route or trying to swing your cane like a baseball bat, which, let's be honest, takes more coordination than most of us have, you just press a button and zap, that cane delivers a jolt that would make any would-be attacker think twice. I read about this on a senior forum where one gentleman, let's call him Bill, said he's got arthritis in his hands and can't manage pepper spray very well. But his stun cane? He loves it. He said it's given him confidence to walk around his neighborhood again, knowing he's got an extra layer of protection. Plus, the cane itself is sturdy, so even if you don't need the shock, you've still got a solid tool for balance and defense. What's even cooler is that many of these stun canes come with an LED light at the end, so you can shine a little light on those suspicious shadows. And let's face it, nobody expects Grandpa to carry around a walking stick that can double as a taser. That element of surprise alone is worth its weight in gold. 3. Tactical flashlights. Alright, now let's talk about one of my personal favorites, the tactical flashlight. If there's one thing I've learned from all those late-night YouTube rabbit holes, don't judge me, it's that a good flashlight can do a heck of a lot more than just light up your keyhole. I once met this guy named Roger at a seniors meetup. He's a retired postal worker with a mischievous grin. He told me he keeps a tactical flashlight on his nightstand, in his glove box, and even in his golf bag. Why? Because these little flashlights aren't just bright. They're blindingly bright. Imagine someone with bad intentions coming at you, and you hit them with 1,000 lumens of pure daylight. They're suddenly squinting, disoriented, and you've got time to get away. Roger likes to joke that his flashlight could land a plane. It's that bright. But beyond the laughs, he's serious about it. He likes that it's got a solid, heavy-duty casing. Some of them are even made of aircraft-grade aluminum. That means if push comes to shove, you can use it as a baton to whack someone's hand or leg and give yourself an escape route. Plus, tactical flashlights are surprisingly versatile. Need to check under the car or find your keys at night? No problem. Need to keep someone at bay while you call for help? That bright beam might just do the trick. It's a practical tool that's easy to carry and doesn't scream self-defense. But when you need it, it's worth its weight in gold. 4. Pepper spray pens. Okay, friend, let's talk about one of the sneakiest, but most effective self-defense tools I've come across, the pepper spray pen. Now, I know what you're thinking. A pen? How can that possibly stop anyone? But let me tell you, this little gadget packs a wallop. Picture yourself waiting for the bus, minding your own business, when some shady character starts getting too close, giving you that gut feeling that things are about to go sideways. Instead of rummaging around in your bag for something that screams weapon, you just slip your hand into your pocket, grip your pen, and with a quick flick of the wrist, you've unleashed a cloud of fiery justice straight into their eyes. I remember reading on a senior forum about a woman named Doris who carries one of these everywhere, church, the grocery store, even bingo night. She said it makes her feel empowered because it looks so ordinary. Nobody expects a pen to be a self-defense tool. It's like James Bond level cool, except you don't need a license to kill, just a steady hand and a quick trigger finger. The beauty of pepper spray pens is their stealth. They blend in perfectly in a purse or pocket organizer, right alongside your lip balm and coupons. And they're easy to use, even for folks who get a little nervous with more complicated gadgets. Pull the cap off, aim and press. That's it. 1 second you're writing your grocery list, the next you're giving an attacker a serious reason to regret their life choices. Plus, the whole surprise factor really gives you the upper hand, like a magic trick with a fiery twist. 5. Keychain Kubtans. Now let's talk about something that's got all the stealth of a pepper spray pen, but with a bit more punch. Literally. I'm talking about the Keychain Kubtan. If you've never heard of one, it's basically a small, sturdy rod that attaches right to your keys, looking as innocent as a house key or a novelty bottle opener. But don't let its simple looks fool you. This little guy packs a serious wallop. Imagine you're unlocking your front door late at night when you hear footsteps behind you. With your keys already in hand, you've got a secret weapon ready to go. A quick jab to the wrist or ribs can be enough to send even the most determined attacker scrambling. I read about a fella named Tom on a self-defense subreddit who carries a Kubtan on his keychain. He said he practices with it every week, just to keep his reflexes sharp. He calls it his get-out-of-trouble stick, and he's not wrong. What I love about Kubtans is that they're small enough to carry anywhere, no bulky purses or heavy bags. Plus, they're legal in most places, so you don't have to worry about getting in trouble just for carrying one. I once had a neighbor who carried a bright pink Kubtan on her keys, and she called it her little pink surprise. She joked that it made her feel like a superhero, like she had a secret weapon hidden in plain sight. Kubtans are great because they're simple to use, no batteries, no complicated instructions, just pure, straightforward defense. A firm grip, a quick jab, and you're on your way. They're like the Swiss Army knife of self-defense, small, versatile, and always ready. 6. Expandable Batons. Alright, now let's talk about the Expandable Baton, the tool that says, I'm serious and I've got the reach to prove it. This one's for seniors who want a little more distance between themselves and a potential threat. And let's face it, sometimes that extra foot or two can make all the difference. Imagine you're walking your dog after dinner, enjoying the cool evening air, when you spot someone lurking near the alley. Instead of waiting for them to get too close, you pull out your expandable baton and flick! It snaps out to its full length with a satisfying click. Suddenly, you're not just a potential target. You're someone they'd rather avoid. I remember reading about a guy named Harold on a YouTube comment thread. He's a retired construction worker with a sense of humor that would make a sailor blush. He carries an expandable baton in his back pocket, and he swears it's the best thing since sliced bread. He said he once gave it a test swing at a watermelon in his backyard, and the poor melon never stood a chance. Imagine what that would do to a knee, he laughed. The great thing about expandable batons is that they collapse down to about the size of a TV remote, so you can stash one in a purse, backpack, or even your car door pocket. When you need it, a quick flick of the wrist gives you instant reach and authority. And let's be honest, there's something incredibly satisfying about that whoosh as it extends, like you're wielding a Jedi lightsaber or something. For seniors who may not be as strong or fast as they used to be, having that extra reach can be a real game changer. You can keep an attacker at bay, buy yourself time to shout for help, or just create enough distance to make a safe getaway. Plus, they're legal in many places as long as you use them responsibly. 7. Tactical whips. Alright, now let's talk about one of the most surprising, and dare I say, Indiana Jones-worthy tools you can carry. The tactical whip. I know it sounds a bit wild at first, like something from an action movie. But trust me, this isn't just for archaeologists escaping rolling boulders. Picture yourself out for a morning walk, maybe with a friend or just taking in the fresh air. You see someone suspicious heading your way, maybe with that look that says they're up to no good. Instead of panicking, you reach into your bag and pull out this lightweight, flexible whip that looks like a coiled cable or a fancy dog leash. With one flick of the wrist, snap! You've got a defensive tool that can sting like a hornet and keep a good 3 to 4 feet between you and trouble. I remember reading on a seniors forum about a man named George, a retired high school teacher who took up whip practice in his backyard. His neighbors thought he was just shooing away squirrels, but he'd actually found a low-impact way to stay active and learn a new skill. He joked that it was cheaper than a gym membership and way more satisfying. One crack and any would-be mugger would think twice. Plus, it doubles as a conversation starter at the coffee shop. So, how's your whip training going? Trust me, you'll make new friends. What's great about tactical whips is they're lightweight and easy to carry, yet incredibly effective at keeping an attacker at a distance. And let's be honest, who's going to mess with someone who's got a whip in their hand? It's the kind of thing that says, "I'm not an easy target, try your luck elsewhere." Plus, it's just plain fun to learn. 8. Monkey fists. Now let's talk about something that sounds like a circus trick, but is actually one of the best-kept secrets in the self-defense world. The monkey fist. If you're not familiar, a monkey fist is a weighted knot made by wrapping cord or paracord around a heavy ball, usually steel, to create a small but mighty impact tool. Imagine you're walking to the car after a late dinner, keys in hand. Tucked discreetly into your keychain is this innocent-looking little knot. But if someone tries to mess with you, you can swing it with a flick of the wrist and bam! It hits like a wrecking ball. Think of it as the David and Goliath of self-defense. Small, but packing a serious punch. I remember a story from an online forum about a lady named Betty, who's a retired nurse. She said her monkey fist keychain gave her the confidence to park wherever she wanted, even in those dark corners of the lot that always gave her the heebie-jeebies. She said, "It's like my own secret ninja weapon. I may be 5'0", but with this thing, I feel like Wonder Woman." And that's the thing. Monkey fists aren't just weapons. They're little confidence boosters. What's so brilliant about them is they blend in perfectly with your keys. No one suspects a harmless keychain could deliver such a wallop. Plus, they're super affordable and easy to practice with. You can swing them at a pillow or a punching bag, getting the hang of that wrist flick motion, and before you know it, you're a force to be reckoned with. 9. Safety whistles. Now, let's dial things back to something so simple and so effective that it almost feels too good to be true. The safety whistle. This one's a classic. Old school? Sure. But let me tell you, it's saved more than a few seniors from sticky situations. Picture yourself out on an early morning walk. Maybe you're headed to the park, enjoying the sunrise. Out of nowhere, someone steps into your path, and your heart starts to race. Instead of fumbling with complicated gadgets or worrying about your aim, you grab that whistle hanging from your neck, take a deep breath, and blow like you're the referee at the World Cup finals. The sound is sharp, shrill, and carries for blocks. A woman I met online, let's call her Marge, told me she's got a lung capacity that had put a tuba player to shame. She said her safety whistle once had the local dog walker's Labrador howling for 10 minutes straight. She laughed about it, but deep down she knows that sound is her superpower. When that whistle shrieks, it's not just about scaring off an attacker, it's about letting everyone around you know something's wrong. Neighbors peek out of windows, people grab their phones, and suddenly you've got an audience, and no attacker wants an audience. What's great about safety whistles is they're virtually foolproof. No batteries, no fancy techniques, just breathe in and blow. They're easy to carry, light as a feather, and legal everywhere. Plus, they remind you that sometimes the best defense is simply making noise, lots and lots of it. 10. Umbrellas. And now, let's bring it home with one of the most underrated and stylish self-defense tools out there, the humble umbrella. That's right, friend. Turns out Mary Poppins wasn't just good at flying, she was packing some serious self-defense potential. Imagine you're on your way to the grocery store, umbrella in hand, because, let's face it, the weather these days is anyone's guess. Suddenly, someone steps out of an alley looking like trouble. Instead of panicking, you grip your umbrella like a fencing sword, firm and ready. A quick thrust to the midsection, or a jab at the shin, and that troublemaker will be too busy clutching themselves to think about messing with you any further. I read a story somewhere about a guy named Walter, a retired bus driver who walks with a cane but prefers his umbrella. He said he once practiced a few moves at home, simple thrusts, blocks, and sweeps, just to feel prepared. One rainy afternoon, a suspicious character tried to grab his bag. Walter didn't miss a beat. He lunged with the umbrella and gave the guy a quick poke in the stomach that sent him running faster than a kid from chores. Umbrellas are genius because they're so normal. Nobody looks twice at a senior with an umbrella, even on a sunny day. Plus, they're legal everywhere, and you can even get ones with reinforced ribs that can take a beating and keep on swinging. And hey, even if you never need to use it for defense, at least you're prepared for that surprise rain shower. All right, my friend, we've covered everything from pepper spray pens to umbrellas, each one a game changer when it comes to keeping you safe and giving you that extra boost of confidence. Remember, it's not about paranoia, it's about empowerment. You've got options, you've got choices, and you've got tools that fit right into your daily life. No need to feel like you're gearing up for a martial arts movie. So here's the deal. If you found even one of these self-defense tools helpful, hit that like button, share this video with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe for more down-to-earth tips that keep you living life confidently. And hey, if you've got your own stories or recommendations, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay safe, stay sharp, and remember, you're stronger than you think. See you next time.